Monica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes. Woo! And all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. I tell you, I can see you. Dr. D, I can still see you. It's kind of...
Is not Bishop Diego amazing?
Yes, they are. I tell you.
Unreal. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it's very cool to be carrying those games.
Yes.
It really is.
Well, it's all you.
Well, no, John Martini.
John Martini and you. And I tell you, I want to know what the secret diet is because we can't be changing the diet. Okay? Don't be not changing the diet. Whatever you're doing, same socks,
cannot
same shoes.
Reveal the secret
okay,
because it would
same
get me
everything.
in trouble.
All right? It's the shirt. It's everything, right?
Yep.
Right here, right now, baby. Right here, right now. It's so 70s, but I love it.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
me.
it.
Oh,
right?
hi.
That's what my father used to say when he woke me up every morning.
There you
right here, right now.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's I kind of got. It was true. I got in trouble a lot.
There you go. Well, here it is, Tuesday, 9 o'clock, all over again. It's 12-12. What does that mean? What is that? Is there some significance to that, Dominique? 12-12?
Well,
yes, there is.
12-12. 2012 was a very interesting year. So every time we get to this time of the year, we just think about what's happening with the sunshine and how the days are short, and it makes us very aware of the light. When we don't have as much light, we really appreciate the light.
I hate the fact that when I go home, I can't really do anything outside unless I turn on the lights.
Yes. But the amazing thing, it's a very psychological thing. Do you realize it doesn't matter how much darkness you're surrounded by, you light one candle and you've beaten the darkness. So
now, wouldn't this also be the first day of the 12 days of Christmas thing? Or is that tomorrow, the 13th?
Yes. Whole lot of holidays in December.
That's right. That's why I don't have a problem with saying either Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, because then Happy Holidays encompasses all those wonderful celebrations.
Exactly.
Yeah. I learned years ago, too. I was talking with a rabbi, and I was talking to him about Hanukkah, and I thought it was a really big deal. He said, oh, no, actually, it is in terms of the story, but it's actually a minor day by comparison to many of the others. And I thought, oh, okay. It's just that it gets swept up in the festivities of December.
Exactly, and the rush to celebrate the season, especially the way we do it in the U.S.
And I love the cool weather, Erica. That's what's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
The cool weather.
Oh, yeah. I know you like the cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you.
Bring it on.
I seriously, right? Because I know when it was getting hot back in months back. Please. Oh, my God.
I'm out of here.
I know, definitely.
You know what's so nice? This cool weather has helped our firefighters because fighting that fire, I mean, I'm just grateful.
It's bad enough when you're dealing with the heat.
Exactly,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, let's put a hand together for the firefighters.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's a job I would not want to do, but I'm grateful that they're there to do it.
Yeah, I want to put the hand together, too, because I know that there's been a Santa Barbara effort, and there's not a better city on the planet. You know how we talk about it every single week here on this show. We got the best teenagers, we got the best people, we got the best residents. We're going through a lot as a community. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And we've got a long way to go. Yeah. Okay.
But we'll get there.
We're gonna get there. Okay. And we got Tom back again today, and he's going to talk after we do our break and whatnot. But and he's going to help us through this. So every single person that I've talked to is doing their own bit, and I know this station as a community is helping with this effort. So there's a lot that we can do, and we're going to stick to get the word out. I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah. Is channeling the information, and Tom's going to help us with that today. All right. And I asked him back, today to do that. And I know we got Alexandria Marks in the house. Woo! And I know the teens and all my teen queens are helping. Ava was supposed to be here today, but this morning, guess what Ava's doing? She's cleaning out her closet. That's right. All my queens have been cleaning out their closets because we need help. We need clothes. We need blankets. We need pillows. We need all that. So talk to us. What's going on?
What's going on? Not much, or actually other way around. Lots of stuff has been going on, but nothing much that's different. I'd say, though, with the fire, it's definitely just opened everybody's eyes to everything that is going on in our community, and I think that times like these, however devastating they can be, definitely encourage people to give back, and that's kind of what this time is all about anyway. So it's interesting. It's kind of ironic that we're having a fire in December, but that's how California is, and I think it's been good that way.
Yeah. What's the school? What's San Marcos? What's the flow? What's are they?
There's no school Thursday, Friday.
Right.
But it. What do you mean? In
what are they? When you're in school, I know there was no school, but when you were in school, the teachers. I mean.
Oh yeah. Everybody, is completely aware of what people might be going through. Right. So. Definitely being open to helping other people right now and making sure that they're doing well, and checking in with people, and people aren't absorbing all the smoke. We have an open campus, so that's something too that we have to definitely be aware of. Right. So that's kind of what's been going on, but I think it's been overall very supportive.
Great.
Yeah.
I know you're a little congested there.
Yeah, I
know.
I think everybody is.
I got masks hanging on the doorknob. You're not allowed to walk outside without the mask. I'm not kidding you.
I know. We have not been putting that into action yet, but we definitely should be.
I'm crazy about that stuff. I mean, my boys you're not allowed to go outside. Nico, right, went outside the other day, and he covered his mouth because he got caught without the mask. I'm like, Nico, that's it. When you're being a host mom, you have to do the extras. I'm just saying. That's
it.
Yeah,
you got to watch
crazy.
out.
Crazy mommy.
Well, something that's so different.
Kristen,
hello.
Hello.
Can I ask you, how are you doing? Do people treat you different? At all?
On occasion, yes.
Like me? Over the top?
You're the same. But when I go to my local CVS now, it's
my local CVS.
I have to put a little more effort into my appearance because
that's awesome.
It's, not the same. I was going to say about the smoke, though. What's so different about it is it's not the same as just from a forest fire because it's structures that are burning. It's so much more toxic with asbestos and chemicals and different things that are all in structures. So it is a different kind of burn in your throat and your nasal passages that you have to be particularly careful of, and smaller particulates too in there. The mask is a good idea.
Right.
As a scientist, can I ask you, do ionizers work? Do they help? Do you know?
I think they would help with certain types of particulates. I mean, it's not going to take care of everything, but any kind of air filtration or even having your air conditioner running, as long as it doesn't have a intake from the outside, as long as recirculating what's inside, anything like that is actually really helpful. It won't get everything, but every little bit is better than nothing.
I heard it's good to do that too with your car, to have the internal circulation.
Yeah, leave it on recirculation, not bringing it in from the outside.
Yeah, it's crazy that we have to really consider that right now too. So,
and so many homes in Santa Barbara, we don't have air conditioners, and we're used to having our windows open, and every time you open, a little bit more comes in. So keeping that as closed and sealed off as possible is good. Yeah,
definitely.
Good. I'm sorry.
We have the Elks in the house.
Yes. Well, we're not going to get to him right now. I can't believe you skipped Russell. Russel's SB done. How you doing?
Good.
I'm waiting for that. I got your picture. Where's the bio?
I didn't have time to do that because actually last night we went to Carpinteria to go save a cat and a bird from the fire that was burning.
Love you. He's a true king.
That's a pretty good excuse right there.
In the house. I love that. All right, let me hear the story. What happened? I want all the details.
Close family member of ours had they live in Matalaha Canyon, so the fire was going on. It was about to hit over there, and they had evacuation, and then she had to go work at the Ventura Fairgrounds for people that lost their homes to go there.
Oh, God.
And she had a bird and a cat that she needed somewhere to go while she was over there. So me and my mom drove into Carp to meet her there and get the bird and the cat.
They were together, bird and cat in the same cage?
No, not in the same cage.
Just asking. I don't know. Things get along. I was just saying. Well, we have 4 dogs and 4 cats, not in the same cage. And but I didn't think, honestly, when I saw the 2 dogs, their 2 dogs and our 2 dogs, I'm like, it's not going to happen. I mean,
are they big dogs? You have tiny dogs.
We have right, dogs. Exactly. When you saw these 4 together, I want to take a family. It's going to be the Christmas card.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
I'm going to put all the animals together in the chicken coop, and you're going to just say it is just not going to happen. But it works. Yeah. I'm shocked. It works. But I think animals know. The only one that's going to need a little therapy is Gigi the cat, because she just really has no patience for any of it, and she just whacks everybody.
She walks around every dog and lightly taps it to let her know she has claws.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only one that's just not getting on. And if I have to sleep on the pool table tonight, it's okay. I'll be the first one to tell you how it feels. Okay, because there's only one other person that we might have to save and rescue. But some people. It's funny. My business is 35 years structured, and if there's because I think I'm a little off. Okay, I'll tell everybody straight up. But I have some clients, so I'm gonna attract some people that are a little different. And older people, there are people that just won't ask. Do you know what I'm saying? So if that person particularly is going to ask, if somebody texts me randomly at 9:45, I was asked to evacuate, and I'm like, okay, well, why would you ask me? I said, do you need a place to stay? And nothing, but I see a bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at this damn bubble for an hour and a half, like an idiot, right? And I'm like, I'll come and get you.
Wait, is this something that actually happened?
Yes. Yeah. Ask her. I mean, yes. And I go, you can have my room. And then I hear, then it's like, I obviously didn't hear it because it's a text. And it's like, okay. And I'm like, God, I don't have a room. So I'm like, can I put an air mattress on top of the pool table? Because I will.
That's a good idea.
Well, yeah. Well, so I had to think of something. Where am I going to sleep, right? That was pretty much it. So that's where we left it.
Yeah, I know.
So whatever. But, I know this person. She's not in... Because, there's really no places really left to stay in Santa Barbara. But it is what it is, and it's something that I can look back on in 30 years if I'm still here, and say I slept on a pool table. It's awesome.
Have a story behind it.
Exactly, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What up? That's part of the thing. What up? I slept on a pool table. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But not as good as you, and I love that. I talk to your mom and say that. Thank you so much. And the cat and the bird. Oh, my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. And you brought a guest, and we'll talk to him at the break. But who did you bring? But after the break, we'll know. Who did you bring?
Will Troutwine.
Yeah, and he's a buddy?
Yeah.
And he looked very fit. Is he a fit person?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're going to tell me at break, okay? We'll take a break, though. All right. This is Erica Salda. We got a big show today. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
Woo! He is back in the house. Tom Reed.
Hey, good to be with you.
I called you. I've texted you. I emailed you, and
I'm here.
I know. I love you. And it was this, it's like I said, the conversation went off. I talked to I love a dear friend, Roxanne Gregson. Roxanne, I do love you, and I know you're listening. And it's just like, first thing I do, and I said, nobody understands the pressure of it, when you have a husband as wonderful as yours is, Fire Marshal Al. And I love him dearly as well. And I said, can I get you like a facial or something? You need a massage or anything, because it's the wives of the firemen that they must be exhausted, holding down the fort. And I'm going through my drawer of like my little extras that I have, and I said, facial, maybe, I don't know, massage, and then no, she doesn't want anything. Okay, whatever. So and when I was talking to her, and I said, so what can we do, like an organized effort? And I said, I want to do, we want to do we want to be able to apply good energy and use it in the right way. Because I said, I made this big monster curry and I could drop it off at my local, fire station. But what if 4 people had thought of the same idea? Now they got 16 gallons of curry. Well, that's, not that mine, if there was a contest, did I not get out of the
Yours
park,
would
Dominique?
go first.
I'm not saying. Okay, I'm not saying because my friend is Indian and taught me all the secret little things. Okay, good. But
the Unity Shop has a great organized effort.
Yes, and then boom, like God, like not God. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was God. But then I thought of you.
Well,
and I'm like, I'm going to call Tom because you'll help me.
Sure.
So I did. And then you're here. I know, and I said, help us.
I'll tell you, some of this is counterintuitive.
Okay.
And partly it's because well-meaning, good-hearted people are actively wanting to help and do something right away. As soon as the first responders are done, thank God for them. They're out fighting the fire line. They're on the front lines. That's incredible. But I can tell you, every city in America struggles with what happens the day after the first responders are finished. We're not there yet in this fire. But already active is, in Santa Barbara County, one of the best things that any place in America has in place. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but we are well off here. And it goes way back to Katrina, when we realized that there needs to be an organized effort after the first responders are done. Truck and trailer loads of stuff were donated to Katrina. It ended up in secondhand stores in Europe because there was no distribution. And it wasn't, what was given was not what was needed. And so it got complicated all of a sudden. So the national VOAD got established. VOAD is Volunteer Organizations Active in Disaster. Now, when the T-Fire and Heceta Fire happened, Unity became actively involved. I was the president of that for a while. And what it is a network that the whole community will be encouraged to know about and maybe participate with. It's businesses like ServiceMaster. Here's ServiceMaster. If your business burns down to your home, they can bring ServiceMaster in. It's a business, for-profit business, but they'll clean up your place in minimum time. But the network of nonprofits is also in place so that there's communication. If you have a horse on your property, anybody got a horse? Yeah, they go to the polo grounds now because it's been activated. The VOAD's activated. If you have a person who has limited access, they're wheelchair bound, they are taken care of separately because it's all communicated. The VOAD was actually put in place through one of the foundations, the Orfila Foundation locally, funded the Office of Emergency Management largely, which is that huge facility up on 192. It's a beautiful facility, but it was our community who came together that did that. It wasn't the first responders that had a budget item to put an Office of Emergency Management together. So here we have an organized deal, and VOAD has a seat at the Office of Emergency Management. So we can coordinate transportation with Easy Lift. And I'm in charge, Unity, I say but Unity Shop is in charge of what's called in-kind. There's a subcommittee within VOAD, and in-kind is clothing, it's food, longer term, it's furniture when you get a chance to replace your home, it's all of the stuff you need, school clothes, school supplies for the kids that are kind of reconstitute their life. I've lost 2 houses to major disasters, so I can tell you that what you've touched on, the emotional impact, is the biggest thing. So what we want to do, we have an emotional impact when we're not hurt by this, and so we want to help. What can we do to help? And after the T-Fire, Heceta Fire, we learned a whole bunch of things not to do. And that's to clean out your garage and your closet and dump it on the Unity Shop. We're the primary distributors. But we had truck and trailer loads of stuff that came in, and it's well-meaning. I've got a new set of pots and pans, but those old ones in the garage, somebody could get some good use out of that. That's terrific. And I've got these clothes that somebody could really wear. Let me tell you, when you're a survivor of a disaster and you've just lost everything, you don't want anything. You might need a change of clothes for the next day, but that's all you want. But then what happens is we give them a bunch of stuff. I don't think he'd hurt or be sad that I mentioned his name, but David Wolf, who's a soccer coach, is all about sports radio, right? So he's a soccer coach at Westmont, lost his house in the T-Fire. So he's staying at David Winter's house, in his guest house, back bedroom, people started giving him stuff, which all of us feel like, how can we help? How can we? So he had stuff. He had clothes. He had kitchen stuff. He had all the pots and pans, linens, all the stuff that people were giving him, and he had to put it in David Winter's garage. So now he's in the way of his host family. He's got to manage that stuff. People expect him to use it, be seen wearing those clothes. Now it's a burden, right? When I lost my house to a fire, I had a family. This lady went to my church. She said, my son is tall like you, and I made him some shirts. He didn't like those shirts, but they would fit you, she said. I know why he didn't like them. The pocket was under the armpit, and they were the most ugly things. But can I tell you, did she expect to see me wearing that stuff? Absolutely. So now I'm the victim, I'm the survivor, and I have to please her. Managing expectations. That's not what we need to put people in. But is there needs? Absolutely. There's a shelter at UCSB for people that have been evacuated. Now, Red Cross puts up the shelter. Food Bank gives them snacks and water. When all of this is done and the shelter closes, those people are going to have to find a place to be. They'll lease a place, they'll rent an apartment, they'll live with their mom, they'll do whatever it takes to do. That's when Unity Shop kicks in. We're already giving clothing and blankets to those qualified people. Unfortunately, there's also people that step up that aren't impacted by the fire, but think, well, maybe I can get some money. Maybe I can do, unfortunately that happens. So they're all qualified, case management, and people are coming to the Unity Shop for clothing and that stuff. So I know you need to take another break, but the Unity Shop is the go-to agency for long-term recovery, and it usually takes about 2 years. But when they get a place to live and they work through all the insurance, if they have insurance, they're going to need kitchen appliances, linens, towels, pots. And so we have all that new stuff, and they can choose it, and nobody's giving it to them. Because that's almost disrespectful for their dignity, and they're saying you will like this, and you don't have a choice. Here, take this. It's a little more complicated.
Hey, don't go anywhere, because I know you even thought about getting up. Sit down right here, right now. No, we love you. Just
nobody
please.
move.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's take a little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
All right, if you just joined us, you're not that late, okay? No, we really appreciate you guys, all of you, tuning in here. I think we cracked over 1 million again. We love that. We love that. Well, that includes all social media and all that good stuff, like that. Put your hands together, Robert Burrows. Woo! Yep, we love him. Our media man. Okay, so we're back here. We've got Tom Reed in the house. And so anybody just checking and tuning in with us right now, we're just touching on the Thomas Fire, and if we wanted to do the coordinated efforts, just tuned in. What do we do? Who do we talk to?
Well, two things that people want to do. They want to donate stuff right away. They want to volunteer. So it's a lot of it is counterintuitive. It doesn't quite make sense until you kind of understand. Volunteers, where can I go to help? Here's Richard Dugan over here running the engineer's desk on the console. If we said let's all run over to Richard's place and volunteer, this will be great. We'll help him. He's busy. He needs help. It wouldn't work very well because he'd have to stop what he's doing, right? And say, well, let me show you how to run this console. Well, how many hours would it take to get that to be productive? And there's 5 more people standing around waiting to be told what to do. So all of a sudden, this volunteering thing is, when it's needed, when it's kind of heavy lifting and a fast thing that people can learn quickly, that's important. There is a spontaneous volunteer center that the VOAD will trigger when those needs are there. Short of that, the best thing is to email the agency that you're thinking about wanting to help. If you email the Red Cross, they're on the website. There's contact information. The best one that I know of is thomasfire@unityshop.org. And of course, shop is SHOPPE, but thomasfire@unityshop.org. We have 300 referring agencies, and we're connected with VOED. We can tell you where the needs are, and we have 1,800 volunteers already at Unity Shop. This is going to be an increased load. We're already busy during the holiday season up through Christmas Eve, but we can always use help, or we can tell you where the help is needed. So from a volunteering point of view, that's a little bit more complicated. And from meeting a needs point of view, so often we want to do things that don't really help. I can tell you the number one best thing is to get out your checkbook, your credit card, your cash, and donate dollars. Like, as an example, our number one staple is peanut butter at the Unity Shop. I mean, then boxed cereal, then beans and rice, canned meat, then it's vegetables and the rest of it. And so often people will say, well, your number one staple is peanut butter. I'm going to go empty Vaughn's. I'm going to go buy all the peanut butter. And God bless them. I mean, we can never get enough. But it could be that we need baby food right then, or we need juice, or we need, canned vegetables or produce, which is really the more important thing, the immediate need of exactly what's needed at exactly that point in time, plus a cash donation. Some people want to know where their money goes, but we can give a tax deduction. We can buy a whole lot more than you can. We can leverage the dollars. You don't have to haul the food or the clothes or whatever it is, and we can provide new items and food. And that's such a big help. And it's immediate, and you can do it right away and make a difference. You can actually make a difference. So if it's going to be volunteering, find out the organization, and they'll tell you what their needs are. Right now, the Red Cross actually is doing there's some dirt and sand sift kits that they're putting together, and I don't know if they still need volunteers for that. I don't even know what that is, but through VOED, I found that's a need. Hopefully it's not just sifting through the debris left after your house is gone to see if there's anything left, but they have expressed a need for volunteers for that. But showing up unannounced doesn't always help, because it could be a burden on the agency. But when you connect with the agency that you want, if it's animals, if it's special needs, if it's any number of things, Unity Shop. Find out what the needs are and then be available, and that's more important. Or just say, put me on your list and contact to me when you have need. That would be good. In the meantime, our overhead is going up. It's going to cost us more money for a lot of clothing and a lot of stuff that we haven't had before. And this is a tough time. The holiday season up through Christmas Eve is our busiest time. We got 7,500 kids picking out toys. We've got 3,000 families coming for groceries and winter clothes. It's a great thing because it's the right thing to do. But I can tell you, our overhead is going to shoot through the roof. And foundations, unfortunately, have had to cut us back to the tune of $200,000 just in the last 2 weeks, only because we just found out about it. It's a year annual deal. But they're inundated with requests. They're absolutely inundated. They said, we can only help you every other year. We have to cut everybody back. We have to pick and choose. That's a heavy hit for Unity Shop. So we have needs, but we're positioned well. We take care of families in crisis every day. So to take care of people in crisis after a fire or an earthquake or a natural disaster, and Thomas Fire is right at the top of that list. We've never seen anything like this. We're positioned to do it. We can't do it alone. It's neighbors helping neighbors. That's our byline. We're positioned to do it. Systems, trained staff, facilities, inventory. We've got, not maybe all of it, but it's all in place. But we don't print money. We've got to have a little financial support. But I can tell you, we're fortunate to have something like a Unity Shop involved. The telethon was just a few days ago, and we've pretty much focused on emergency and disaster response. Brad Paisley performed for the first time. And in my little interview with him, he said, I've played every major town in America. And he does 20,000-seat arenas. I mean, he's been all over. He says, there's nothing like the Unity Shop any place in America. And he's put a 501c3 together, and he's putting a Unity Shop in Nashville. Wow. It's so sweet because he has a good heart. But the fact is, it's a unique deal. We should be very thankful, but we've got to support it. I was just talking to Les in the other office. He says, he's been on our board for quite some time. He just realized that we can only afford to help families, these 9,000 households that come to us, almost 19,000 people total, about once a month. It's a supplement to what they already have in place. But to come for food once a month, we only limit it to that because we don't have enough resources. We could do a much better job if we had more resources, but we live with what we can do. And we so appreciate you, Erica, for allowing us a little bit of a platform to talk about what the community's doing that we can be proud of, and how do we respond to this disaster.
Well, this is definitely we are 30 strong here, and I tell you, we all love you. I mean, Unity is like right on the top of our list because of everything that you do. Honestly, it's like a great day when we met Tom Reed. A great day. Because you got a big heart, Tom.
Well,
so, thank you.
I take credit for a lot of things I had very little to do with, but it's
that's how I feel.
It's in place.
I'm just blessed.
I'm thankful.
Like I thought it was a joke when they asked me to try out for this. I mean, I did, and then all of a sudden, I mean, Dr. D goes, and 3, 2, 1. I'm like, I lost for words. It's just like, I'm like, good morning. It's just like, what?
Well, you've got a studio full of people.
There's no training.
You got a studio full of people, and I appreciate carving out a few minutes for this.
Honestly,
I think it's important.
God bless, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And just keep coming.
All right.
Okay. Want to be a co-host? I'm just saying. Look at him. I think you are, right?
Whenever I show up, you let me be.
I know.
I'm with you, Erica. Thank you so much.
Okay.
God bless you.
All right. Hey, let's take another break. It'll be a short one. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We've got some great teens in the house, and we got Dave Hoop Shoot right after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Hoop Shoot is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Once an elk, always an elk. I think I'm on the 12th year.
Best people on earth. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we love the Elks.
Great. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our Hoop Shoot program. It's part of a National Elks Organization youth activity, and many lodges do it throughout the United States. So over 3 million kids participate, and our lodge is one of them. And we have a great time working with the youth, and it's a basketball free throw contest is what Hoop Shoot is.
What ages get to participate?
Where eligibility is limited from age 8 through 13, and that's determined by April 1st of the following year. So for this year, if you're age 8 through 13, boys and girls, if you're that age on April 1st next year, you're eligible to play.
What could you win?
So glad you asked. We've gone to schools doing what we call our preliminary contest, and the highest scores from all those schools get invited in January 13th to compete against each other. And the winners from there are invited to participate in the next level. There are several levels of competition. The next level is the district, which is winners of Elks Lodges from Paso Robles to Simi Valley. But the winners locally get invited to the Elks Lodge with their parents for as guests of the Elks and a nice dinner, and we pass out trophies. If you were fortunate to go to the district level and win, you get a beautiful trophy, and then you're invited to go to the state semifinals. So it proceeds. It keeps going. It advances state semifinals, regional contest, and then a national contest, which is going to be in Chicago in April. I will tell you right now, we have a 10-year-old girl from Foothill School and a 9-year-old boy from Foothill School who are currently the California-Hawaii champions in Hoop Shoot. And so we're looking forward. And both of them, I should say, went to the regionals last year. And Carly, the now 10-year-old girl, repeated as the second best free thrower in the Western United States. And Gabriel, the 8-year-old or 9-year-old boy, came out third. So it's a unique opportunity and a lot of fun.
Okay, this is going to tell you how much I know about hoop shoots. Are they doing underhand or overhand shots?
You can shoot any way you're comfortable. The 8 and 9-year-old boys and girls use a smaller circumference ball, 1 inch smaller than a standard basketball, and they shoot 11 feet away from the backboard. The remaining kids, boys and girls, 10 to 13, use a standard size ball. All girls use a small ball, but they shoot from a standard free throw distance of 15 feet. So that's how that works. And you can shoot any way you like.
So it's best out of 10?
Well, the preliminary contest is best out of 13, but at the competition level, they shoot 25 shots.
Okay.
And you shoot 10, you sit down, let everybody else shoot 10, and then you come back up and shoot 15. So the best score out of 25 shots is the winner, and we do tiebreakers. Yeah, I would tell you that the best score would be 25 out of 25. And if two people do that, they continue doing tiebreakers at the national level. Sometimes the scores are 43 out of 45.
Right.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. I was going to say how many times did that? Probably a lot, right?
That's an awful lot of tiebreakers, yeah. 5-shot tiebreakers.
Right.
Yeah.
So the timeline, it happens April 1st, and then regionals is January 13th. Is that what you said? Or
the timeline for the eligibility age is April 1st.
Got it.
Our contest, we usually start going to the schools around October.
Okay.
And we've already gone to 7 schools in the Goleta Valley. And the highest scores from there, I'm tabulating their scores now. They'll be invited in January to our local area playoff to compete against each other. So that's where we're at now.
So I'm a big Elks. I just love the Elks. And I've been there, for, my closest friend, Carol Cordero, introduced me to the Elks back in 1983. And then it wasn't until 12 years ago that I became a member because, if you knew an elk, you could always participate in elkdom, I'll call it, and you didn't really have to be a member. But then Mike Pickett got me involved, and then he did end up doing all my web presence and everything like that. God bless Mike. So question, how many years have you been an elk?
I've been an elk. I'm a life member over 40 years.
Okay, so let's talk about being an elk, and they involved in so many things, and so many people don't even. They got the biggest dance floor in Santa Barbara. Especially if you're over 50 years old and you're not an elk, it's just really the amount of stuff they do in the community. It's kind of like what the Unity Shop does.
Yeah.
People really just don't get it. It's just kind of a cool thing.
If you're not able to come to our lodge and enjoy the dance floor and the dinners as a guest or hopefully as a member, then you really are missing out. But a lot of this stuff that we do, a lot of the contributions we make for different charitable organizations is really under the
radar.
Kind of the radar, yeah.
Because you can't really market yourself.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, this Hoop Shoot program, by the way, is all run by volunteers.
Right.
And
everything's
hours,
a volunteer thing.
Hours are put in.
Yeah.
But it's so rewarding to work with the youth of our community. It's just fantastic.
Right.
So that applies to many other things that the Elks do. The Thursday night bingo raises the majority of money that they donate. The Elks Club donates to other charitable organizations. So it's there's so much activity there. I couldn't possibly tell you all the committees and all the activities going on at one time.
Right. So if say somebody listening to this show, say, hey, all right, I'm interested. So what do I got to do? So what do they got to do?
Well, for Hoop Shoot or being an elk? Let me talk about Hoop Shoot first. I would like to offer to all those coaches out there of club teams that if they have one particularly good free throw shooter on their team, give me a call. Can I give an email address?
Oh, absolutely.
613-hoopshoot@cox.net or 613-hoopshoot@cox.net. I would invite those very good free throw shooters to our local area contest. See how they do. Now,
and the ages again
are 8 through 13, and they have to be that age by April 1st of next year.
Okay.
That's the criteria. Mm-hmm. So, send me an email. I'd love to invite some of these good free throw shooters out there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And one more time on the email?
613-hoopshoot@cox.net.
Okay. All right, and then looks back to being an elk.
Oh, well. First of all, it'd be great to come out there and get introduced to what we do, being a guest of a member. That would be the best way to start. And then if your interests rely there and you really like to volunteer and to do a lot of public service, then we can start the application process, and that's where it begins. Mm-hmm. And then you...
make sure you say Dave.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, say Dave.
You can mention my name, of course. And then there's a process that goes on. It takes about 6 weeks to go through the whole process of becoming a member.
Right. And then Dave could show you how to shoot a free throw.
We can do that.
Exactly. No, it's just, honestly, it's just kind of fun. It's a good place. They got great food.
Absolutely.
And very inexpensive.
Yes.
I like the food.
It is.
And it's just great service, great food.
Like I say, Friday night dinners always have entertainment, and it's a great place to be.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. It's a great. We just appreciate all your service, Dave. Seriously,
right.
Every time I call on you, you're always here for me. You always step up.
I'm always so glad to come here and talk.
I know. Really. It's really you're great. You want to, and we got plenty of time to come back and revisit. Before this thing kicks off.
Well, maybe I can come back and tell you how what what happens out of our local playoffs and the district contest, which is a week later in Santa Barbara.
We'd love it. So what's the furthest, and bring some kids. I mean, what's the furthest anybody's ever gone from Santa Barbara?
We had a girl in 1968 go to the Nationals and came out third nationally. Nice. We had a boy, Ben York,
I know Ben.
Go back to the National and come out fifth nationally.
Yeah.
And the two kids that I mentioned are now regional, second and third place regional people. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, very amazing. Yeah. Definitely. All right, cool. Let's take a little break, eh? All right, put your hands together. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I take a little hoop shoot.
Yeah, I think a couple years ago we had one of the hoop shoot winners. She was a young girl, and she had a trophy almost as big as she was. Yes, who came, and
she's an amazing person.
Yeah, is she in it again?
She is the girl that came out second 2 years in a row in the Western United States.
That's what sounded like her. We'd love to have her back on. I mean, she was.
The trophy was bigger than she was.
It was. Yeah.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Carly.
Yeah.
All day Carly, right here, right now. That's
Enjoy your Christmas.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you for
having me.
I love it when somebody brings us presents. We love presents. Thanks, Dave. All right, we're going to take that break. Erica Salda will be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
Yes, I love these smiles. That's why we got to keep smiling. We have to hold space. Okay, that's what this show's about, holding space. That's right. Right. We are the center. Okay, that's right. Look at this. Can't see outside. Okay, my eyes are killing me, but we have to hold space. All right. How do you feel? Do you like this show, Russell?
Yeah, I like this show.
Look at him. You're going to like it when you're a senior. All right, let me tell you. You're going to be all that, figuring out which D1 school you're going to be, and you're going to be a beast. I can just see. Can you imagine him? He's getting all, like, big. That's right. My son's going to be talking to you in about 2 weeks when he comes visiting his mom. You know, I have two boys, right? I got an older one who never spoke, and I got this younger one. He's a clone of me. I know you can't imagine this, okay? And
the older one,
Joe,
doesn't speak?
Well, he does, but not very little. Okay, he's been calling every day. Mom, you okay? Checking in. Mom, anything you need? Like, man, he's out. Came out. He's talking nonstop. The younger one.
Quite an image.
What? Your mother's not dead. This is the younger one. It's okay. I'm breathing. All right. I'm sending him.
You're not really breathing.
I'm sending him like videos with the mask on. It's okay. The fire has not hit the house yet. Right? Like, where are you? I'm worried about him. Right? He goes, whatever. Okay, you're not understanding what I'm going through, but it's okay. Russell, what's the name of the bird and what's the name of the cat? That's all I care about right now.
The cat's name is Tio, and the bird's name is, I think, Chico.
Leo? Oh, I'm just saying.
No, they're Spanish names.
Oh, it's awesome.
Leo's not a Spanish name.
Oh. So Leonardo.
You're wearing a basketball. You have a basketball, Don's.
This is baseball, actually.
Oh, that's a baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know that you are on baseball.
Yes.
Yeah.
You play baseball. Will you tell us about how the Dons are doing and what's going on? And
right now we have
Go Dons.
It's just a fall season right now for baseball, so we just have a JV and varsity team, and our varsity team's doing pretty good, but our JV team, I think we're 0-5 because we've been playing mostly seniors. And there's mostly freshmen on the JV team right now, and we're playing mostly seniors and varsity teams.
Have you been impacted at all by the new stadium being built, or more people using your field and you have to relocate, or do you have seniority, or how does that work?
There hasn't been a fence put up yet for the baseball field, and just like when we're in class, you can mostly hear like drilling and stuff, so it's kind of hard to focus.
Been wondering about that. It's a huge pit.
Yeah.
Large open space in the ground and that construction there too.
And so are we ready? This is going to be your first. This is going to be your first. This is your debut. This is your first interview. So who did you bring?
I brought Will.
Will! I like this! I brought Will! We have to cut and paste this, this for your call in the future, 3 years from now. I brought Will. That was very strong. I like that. I brought Will. You're pointing to yourself. This is radio. They can't see us. Okay, go ahead.
What's the point?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is your interview.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right, Will, what school do you go to?
I go to DP.
And do you play any sports?
Yeah, I used to play football, but now this season isn't on. But I'm playing baseball right now, but it's fall season, and we're doing pretty good. But the freshman team isn't looking too good, but our coaching is good, so we're going to get a lot better.
What do you like to play more, football or baseball?
Oh, well, it's my first year in football, so right now I like football more.
That's good. What positions do you play in football and baseball?
In football, I'm a free safety and receiver, and in baseball, I'm a pitcher and center fielder.
Okay, I have a question to ask both of you. How is it to be playing sports your freshman year, like right off the bat? What do you guys feel like right now?
It's kind of fun to be able to play with the seniors too and all the varsity team, and it just feels like I thought it was gonna be like more separated and like they weren't gonna like take you under their wing as much, but like most seniors are super nice and just try to help you and get you better.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Will, so gymnastics, how many years have you been doing gymnastics?
Well, I quit like 5 years ago, but I like when I was 6 or 7, I think I won the Junior Olympics.
Wow. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Holy cow, 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Why did you quit? What?
Well,
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. And then I got the smooshy sign. We got to go.
That's correct.
Whoa! Smooshy sign, Junior Olympics. This can't happen. Guess what? You're coming back next week. And you're going first. And I could do a whole show on you on Junior Olympics. What's happening? That's because it's the fire. And he's going smushy, and I'm in panic attack right now. Okay. I know. I'm going to get my head chopped off. All right. Put your hands together. Junior Olympics. Hey, Santa Barbara. Go, Will. All right. Hey, everybody come back next week. We're going to talk to Will about Junior Olympics. I'm stuttering. God bless Santa Barbara. See you next week.